Hi. This is like literally the 6th time I've tried to record this, which is my fault, I guess, for trying to do this when my kids are home. Anyway, hello and welcome. My name is Sarah. I am coming to you from Northeast Ohio. I believe this is Knitcast number 6 for me. So super excited about that. Excited that I've, keep kind of doing these and putting these out there, and been so excited to read comments and see people watching, and it's just, it's kind of cool. I said this before, but I went into this with like 0 expectations and really just needed to get like my own knitting energy out. So I wasn't constantly bugging my husband talking about it all the time. Which, fun fact, I actually still do, and I still bug him about it all the time. So this really did not serve my intention. But anyway, here I am. This is a little impromptu, hence this. No makeup, and my hair is doing wackadoodle things today. Not that I need to apologize at all for my appearance, because this is my face and it's me. But I was just down in my little craft room that you see behind me, trying to just organize some things and empty out some boxes and whatever, and I just got the little urge to pop on, because I think it's been a couple weeks and I was just going with it. So if it's a little more random than usual, yeah, it is what it is. But I'm so glad that you stopped by. Thank you. Hopefully you make it to the end. I don't plan to ramble forever and ever and ever. So I guess we'll just get into it. I do very excitingly have a finished object that I had shown on the last video. It is the Tip Top Tank by Makers Makers. It is a wonderful free pattern, very easy to follow. It knit really up really quick. I mean, it's sleeveless and all that, so I guess maybe that's like a duh, but I don't know. I've never made a tank top before, so I'm really excited because this is only the 2nd garment that I've ever made myself. So you want to see it? Yeah. All right, so this is it. Just V-neck in the front and back, and then a close-up of the yarn. It's just got lots of shades of pink that go all the way to a red, and then it's with like a twine color yarn. And then this yarn is from my Darn Good Yarn subscription. It's their Twist Sport Weight Silk yarn in the color Pomegranate Fizz. And that's that. So I really liked the tank top. I really enjoyed the pattern. It honestly was very easy to follow, and it's got some cute little details that you can't really see, but down the down both the V-necks and then on the sides, mixed in with the stockinette stitching, is just like a purl. So it just creates like a little indent kind of all the way down both sides, and then it has just a little split hem at the bottom. I wasn't quite sure how much yarn it was going to take me, so I do, in hindsight, wish I would have gone a little bit like longer with it. It's a little too croppy for me, and that's like a me thing. I'm just not super comfortable in crop stuff, but I didn't want to run out of yarn. So I don't know what my point was, but I do really like it. It is, I feel like, maybe not made for super curvy in the waist people. The top fits me great, but the waist is a little bit split. I'm not stick straight. I have a waist and I definitely have some hips. So but that's not a critique to the maker or anything like that. I really liked it. And I know there's modifiable things that you can do. I'm not quite there yet with my knitting experience to be able to do that, but I will definitely wear it. And I am super excited about it, and it's very soft, and I think it'll be very wearable. So I'm super excited about that. I'm gonna get that on my body and out for the world to see at some point very, very soon. So that is my one finished object. And then let me show you the two main things that I've been working on. I have not picked up a sock in like 4 weeks, and I honestly think I'm kind of going through withdrawal. I don't know what's wrong with me. I know what's wrong with me. I have too many WIPs going on, so I'm really just trying to focus on a couple things. But I am really sad. So I am gonna probably cast on a sock sometime this week, because it's a nice, easy, on the go, transportable project to have, because the blanket I'm going to show you is becoming probably to the point now where it's not quite so travelable, and it probably needs to just like stay home and be worked on at home. So this is the Tonal blanket. It is a free pattern by Purl Soho. I'm making this for a girlfriend who is having a baby soon, and I'm using the Knit Picks Sport Weight Heatherly, yes, in a variety of colors. So oh, actually, funny update on this blanket before I show it to you. In my last video, I showed it, and I had the yellow, and I was working in the blue, I think. Well, I really just did not like how the yellow was looking with the other colors. And I also had mentioned that I wasn't quite sure how many colors I'd be able to get into it, because I couldn't quite figure out the length it was going to be. And I was really trying to pack as many colors in as possible. Everything changed. I ripped the whole yellow section out, which was obviously very sad. But I am a true believer that if something's not working, just frog it and just do it and make it how you like it. If you have a weird gut feeling or you don't like something, there's a reason why. So anyway, and I knew my girlfriend wouldn't care, because she's just a very colorful and bright person, and she wouldn't have even thought anything of it, but I just didn't like it. So I ripped the yellow all back, and then I changed my colors around a tiny bit as to what I was going to be adding in. So you saw the pink and the orange, and then it was the yellow next. But instead I put in blue, and then I just added the purple, and the purple is going to be my last color. So it'll be 4 colors. It'll be really, really cute, and it'll be a really good size. I'm really happy with the size that it'll turn out to be. And you know, the yarn, I don't think I've ever used their Heatherly Sport Weight for anything, but I like it. I don't have any issues or anything about it. Oh, sorry, I guess I should show you like so it's just a really nice 4-row repeat with slip stitches and garter in between. There we go. And it's just a really neat looking, and I like blankets, especially for babies that are simply textured, I guess is the way to say it. Like, it does have something on it. I have nothing against just garter or stockinette stitching at all, but I don't know, I saw the pattern and I liked it, and I thought of her, and that was that. So that's almost done. So I had a self deadline of the end of July. The baby is due middle or end of August, so, and she lives out of state, so I wanted to make sure I got it done by the end of July so I could get it packed up and sent to her so she would have it. So I think I'm gonna make it, I think. Okay. And then I just said that I had too many WIPs going on, so that I was focusing, and then I didn't. Then I started a new project. I'm always gonna say it. I have no idea what I'm doing. I said it in the last video. I probably said it in every one, but I just get so excited about knitting and trying new things, because I am, again, a pretty new knitter. I started in 2021, I think, 2020 or 21, I can't remember, and it is now 2023. So I really, in the longevity of the knitting world, I have not been knitting too terribly long, and it's mostly just been blankets, and my grandma really likes dishcloths, so I've knit her some dishcloths, like very simple square rectangular type things, and then socks and all that kind of stuff. I don't remember what my point was. WIPs. I talked last time about all of the projects I had going on. I've shoved that all aside. Priority is the blanket, but then I really wanted to knit myself like a summer garment. So I had purchased some comfy cotton blend yarn by Lion Brand, and I cast on the Tolsta tee by Rebecca from Crabab. I don't understand what my problem was, but I could not figure out the German short rows. I think that I didn't put maybe my stitch markers in the right places. It was just getting all messed up, and I was getting really frustrated, and I ripped it back a couple times, and I just like, it doesn't matter. I just couldn't do it for some reason, which is so ridiculous. So I set it aside because I was getting super frustrated and I was making no progress. So I ended up actually not setting aside. I take that back. I ripped it out. And then I found a free pattern by Ashley Lillis called the Seacrest tee. And hers is, it's just a drop shoulder, and she just has it in a striped, it's like a really pretty peachy color and maybe blue, pale blue, like big stripes, and it was so cute. And I was just gonna take the comfy cotton blend that I was using for the Tolsta tee and make that, and then instead of doing stripes, I was gonna just do rows of stockinette and then rows of pearls, so that it created like a monotone striping type thing, because I wanted to use the yarn that I had. So I started doing that, and I just really disliked it. Oh, kid interruption. Sorry about that. So anyway, so the Seacrest tee, yes, I was doing knit and then pearls. But the way the stripe, I was gonna still follow the pattern for the striping, just so that I knew where to start and stop, you know, my pearls and my knits and all of that. And I wanted it to end on knits, so I just, you know, reversed it. So I made the mistake, and I should not have done this. I went from doing the ribbing of the bottom, it's worked bottom up, so I went from the ribbing straight into a large section of pearls for a stripe, and I didn't think it through, and it just went like, brr. It just like really made it weird. So I was like, and while I was doing it, I was like, should I have done like a couple rows of knit first, just to like keep it, I don't know. And I also understand that, you know, your gauge can be different between knitting and purling and all that kind of stuff. So I just like, and I had done this right after I ripped out the Tolsta tee, because I was just so in the mood to like knit with this yarn and knit something for summer. And so I ripped that all out too, and I was really frustrated with myself. I just was like having a day, I guess. And so anyway, so then I totally switched gears. I came down to my little yarn wall behind me, and all of the yarn up there has dedicated projects. So I was like looking and looking and looking. So I grabbed my yarn, which is, what is the name of this yarn? Oh yes, my Lindy chain fingering weight in the color Rouge. And this yarn, oh gosh, I need to do my nails too. Really unprepared. This yarn, I wanted to do the outline tee by Jessie Maed. So I started doing that, and then, well, I don't want to talk too much about it because it's obviously a paid for pattern, but there's just like very specific things that you do to be able to create the drop stitches. And I don't know why, I was just totally not understanding. And so I went back to the Ravelry page and went through all the questions and found my answer, which is what I thought, but it didn't make sense to me. But that's why she's an amazing designer, because she knows all these things. Anyway, so I just like went for it, and I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna trust the pattern, right? Anyway, so it is all bunched up on a really small cord, so you can't really see the full size of it, but that's about all I have. Not all I have, it's a lot, I understand. It's a fingering weight. So I'm just on like a stockinette, the whole body is stockinette. So I'm just on that. I don't know, I probably have four, I don't know, however many inches. So that's that for right now. Obviously it doesn't look like it fits, but it will. So I'm really excited about that. I don't love this yarn. It's the first time I've used it. It's a chain yarn, and I just keep getting my my needles like going through the yarn and kind of like snagging it. So I don't know, we'll see how it works. And it does feel kind of hard. I mean, sorry, I'm just reading what it is. It is a linen cotton blend, but it's just kind of stiff, I guess, feeling. So we'll see how it works out. I'm gonna finish it. I gotta finish it. I need to successfully finish another garment for myself besides this tank top, which I do like a lot. But anyway, so those are my 2 current projects that I'm working on. I will probably also cast on some socks soon, because looking back, it's probably been like 4 weeks since I've knit or like touched socks, just because of all these other things that I have going on. The only other WIP that I wanted to talk about, that I did talk about last time, was my Felix cardigan. I had the body all done and I was down to the ribbing. So I wanted to show you guys that. This is my Felix cardigan. It got frogged. I was going to get everything ready to do the bottom ribbing, and I don't know why I did this, but it had to have been an accident. I used the wrong size needle for the cardigan. Now, I understand if it fits and I like it, that's fine. It doesn't actually matter. But after realizing what I did not like how airy the cardigan was. I just wanted it to be a little denser. So I really struggled with finishing it, because I only had the bottom, I only had like the button band and the bottom ribbing and sleeves to do. But I just knew that I would be unhappy with it, knowing that I did it wrong and knowing that I could have gotten a tighter gauge, all these things. These are things that I'm learning as I go, right? I'm still very new to this. So I am really upset. This was a bummer. This was a real bummer. But anyway, the yarn is there and waiting for me when I am ready. Now, something else I also say on every video, but I truly have to be done buying yarn. Like, really. Because I did buy some more stuff, and that's what I was trying to get organized today and kind of fit my yarn into my wall and space and things like that to get it out of the shipping boxes. Because who wants to see that in their craft room all the time? But these have intended purposes, and I will show you the yarn in a moment. But it's just like, I just gotta stop. I mean, I literally have so many projects that I have the yarn for. It's just bananas. But anyway, this first yarn I'm going to show you is one that I was going to always allow myself to buy. So my middle son wants a sweater, and I was just waiting for some knit picks to go on sale and for him to pick a color. So I ended up getting the Brava, which is a worsted weight, in the color Lady Slipper. He wanted purple, and boy is this purple. Oh my gosh, that was a husband interruption, I tell you what. Golly. All right, I don't even remember where I was, but oh, I do know. So anyway, so I bought this purple yarn for my son, and I was shocked when he picked this color, because he is literally like a black hoodie kid. So the fact that he picked such a bold color, I asked him honestly twice since it has arrived, are you sure you want this as a sweater? It's okay to change your mind. Like, you can only see this, but picture this much of it. It's gonna be very purple. And he has been sassy every time and said he knows what he wants. So I'm gonna see what happens, but I don't know. I can't imagine he's gonna like it, but it's his choice, right? And if he does, that's fantastic. The other yarn I bought was also intended yarn that I knew I would eventually buy, but I snagged it now because Knit Picks had their Brava worsted weight on sale. My youngest son has been requesting a rainbow colored blanket for a long time as well. So I got him a rainbow colored blanket. Let me see if I got a stock visual. So I pretty much got Roy G. Biv. And these are the colors. Oh yeah. Huh. I think it's pretty good. So I wasn't super satisfied with some of the Brava colorways. Like there wasn't actually like a nice red. So this one, I think this is paprika, but it's okay because it, you know, it's going to be next to this, so it helps tone, you know, this like construction cone orange down a little bit. I showed him the colors and he's over the moon. So, you know, obviously that's all that matters. And then I did buy this gray. And I'm going to use this for the border, and also I believe I'm going to do just a little tiny bit in between each color to help break it up a bit. I just don't know. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought all the yarn, like the quantities, because I don't know how far it'll go. I don't know. It makes me a little nervous because I'm not necessarily following like a pattern. I'm just kind of doing a blanket size for him. So anyway, so those I have yarn for. And the only thing that came in is my subscription to Darn Good Yarns. And this is the Twist Sport Weight Silk yarn, which is what I made this tip top tank out of. And this one, this colorway is Tropical Jungle. So I definitely vibe better with this one. It's a little more muted than what the pinks and the reds were, but I am a little disappointed with this subscription just between these 2 months, because this is literally like the same yarn that I got last month, just a different colorway. So I'm very new to the monthly subscription, so I don't know if they're all going to be like this or how they pick and choose, but either way, I at least know that I liked the way this yarn worked up. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but something good will eventually come from it. So that's all the yarn I bought. And then I did purchase like a piece of, is it equipment, I guess you would call it? Yes. So I bought a knitting machine, and I know that there are a lot of thoughts and opinions on knitting machines versus hand knitting. And I hear you, and I have watched a lot of videos and read a lot of things, and I just don't care, I guess. I have a very specific purpose for it, and I'm not downplaying the joy of hand knitting. I still love that, and that'll definitely be my go-to, but I've seen some people make some really amazing things with a knitting machine, and if you can still make wonderful things in less time, like, why not? I'm not gonna pass things off that I make with my machine as being hand knit, or, I'm not doing that. I have a lot of yarn. And I would really like to be able to make like some winter hats to be able to donate, and I don't physically have the time to be able to do that by hand. So I just thought this would be really fun. It's also, from all the videos I've watched, it is also something that my kids can possibly pick up on and do and be a part of as well. So I am really excited about trying that. Plus my girlfriend and I really wanted to do some shows, like craft vendor show, whatever you want to call it, like this coming fall. And I'm not going to have the time to knit 50 hats, or I don't know, whatever quantity is appropriate. I am going to knit some for sure, just to have some special ones knit, but I might also be using it for that. And no, I'm not going to be selling the hats for $50. I'm going to be incredibly appropriate about it, but why not? I have so much yarn. I have yarn just sitting in garbage bags. So if I'm not going to donate it, then I want to use it for this and be able to either, donate hats or whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't need to explain myself. So I don't know why I am. But anyway, so I just bought the this, which what's the brand? Cento? Is that right? Cento? It's just this guy. Have not even opened it yet. This is probably going to be a weekend thing. Centro, my bad, Centro. It was on sale on Amazon, and I can make hats, I can make mittens. Look at, I can even make some pumpkins. Look at that. Would you look at that? So anyway, I bought it to try. Like I said, I have my reasons. People have their reasons for not using it, and that's okay too. No judgment here. I don't care. You have to do what's best for you, right? So yeah, so that's all I got. I'm gonna finish up this blanket, hopefully by the next video, work some more on my outline tank, and then maybe start some socks. I hope that that's all I have to show you next time, because if not, then that means this lady got out of control again with starting new projects. There will not be any yarn though to be seen unless it is part of one of my subscription services, because I still do like getting those. But I think that's all I have for you. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry about all the little like cuts and interruptions, but you know, such is life. And I hope that you are doing really well. Thank you for hanging out. Please feel free to comment below. I really love reading everyone's comments. It's really, really heartwarming, and I appreciate the welcoming. So I hope you have a really great day.